With me now, CNN terror analyst Peter Bergen and CNN military analyst General Mark Hertling. Welcome to both of you.
Morning.
Thank you, Carol.
Good morning. The numbers are stark. According to Catholic Charities, in 2006, before the U.S. invaded Iraq, there were 1.2 million Christians in Iraq. Today, there are just 250,000. So, General, will Christians ever be able to really return home?
Carol, what I would say is yes, they will. And this story was very moving to me because I think those individuals and the nun you were talking about are from a little town called Karakosh, which is just about 30 kilometers southeast of Mosul. It was a town I visited several times when I was stationed in commanding forces in northern Iraq. It's very close to the town of Sinjar, which we've all publicized. It has all the Yazidis. So these are various religious sects that have been persecuted first by Al-Qaeda, now by ISIS. They will return home. It's a beautiful community with convents. They've been there for thousands of years. It's a Christian community with an abbey and convent and very strong people, as you saw in your interview. Yes, they will return home. They have been persecuted in the past, as have others throughout the Middle East. Coptic Christians, Assyrians, Chaldeans, Maronites, all the various blends of Christians have all seen this kind of persecution, and all they want to do is go home and practice their religion.
They do. They do not want to come to the United States. They definitely want to go home. Peter, the nuns I talked with, they fled to the Kurdish-controlled areas of Iraq because the Kurds are fighting ISIS. But what if the Kurds fail?
Well, I think General Hertling's right. I mean, all refugees want to return home. The problem is, of course, is that we know that the Syrian civil war can go on and the Iraqi civil war can go on for a very long time. The Iraqi civil war is already in its 12th year, arguably, and it doesn't show any signs of letting up. The Syrian civil war is in its 5th year, and it doesn't seem to be letting up at all either. Unfortunately, the United States is taking, a tiny number of refugees from Syria and Iraq. We've taken 1,900 so far from Syria. There are plans to take 10,000 more. It's a very, very difficult situation. The refugees that are fleeing these conflicts may end up, in refugee camps in the surrounding countries for a very long time, Carol.
So General, again, specifically, I mean, Muslims who don't practice their religion as ISIS once are persecuted too. Hundreds of thousands of them have died. So I know that there's a battle going on in Ramadi right now, and Iraqi forces are trying to overtake that city from ISIS. But that's just, even if they accomplish that, it's just such a small thing in a much larger war.
Yeah, it is, Carol. And this is all, as the Arabs say, shway shway, step by step, inch by inch. It will happen. There will be a regaining of dignity for all of these people of different religions and different beliefs in this country. It's just going to take a very long time. As you said, we're in the 14th year. And Karakosh, the city we talked about a minute ago, has been attacked several times, and yet the Christians have come back there. There are Christian blocks, they call them the Christian areas in both Mosul, which I'm sure has been destroyed now with beautiful churches, and Baghdad. This is biblical territory. Abraham was born in this vicinity. The Noah's Ark was built allegedly on Mount Sinjar. So all of these things have not only Muslim influences, but also Christian and some even Jewish influences. And there's a Jewish quarter in Mosul as well, which I'm sure has been destroyed.
Yes.
This is what happens. And I think it's a warning, and we've got to pay close attention to this because we're seeing indicators of this in our country. This is a warning to people who say different religions, different races or creeds should be shut out or repressed. This is not what the dignity of man is all about. We have to help the Iraqis and the Syrians regain it in their countries, and we certainly can't lose it in ours.
And Peter, that's why it's so frustrating to many Americans that America supports Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is not tolerant of other religions. So, I mean, I understand why the United States needs Saudi Arabia as an ally, but it's frustrating.
Well, yes. I mean, but the U.S.-Saudi relationship began, right around the time of the discovery of oil, which was in Standard Oil's first contract with Saudi was in 1932. So we don't import a huge amount of oil from Saudi Arabia, relatively speaking, but Saudi does sit on the largest oil reserves in the world, so they can effectively set prices. And right now, they're acting very much in American interests. They are not, closing down the taps, which would raise the price of oil. Look at the price at the gas tank right now, Carol. It's at historic lows. That, of course, benefits the American consumer. So the fact is that relations between countries are not like relations between friends based on, common interests and real friendship. They're based more on, how can country A help me, and how can country B help me. And on the other hand, Saudi Arabia has propagated Wahhabism around the world, which is intolerant of other religions. And that is something the Saudis, have to do some deep thinking about.
All right, I have to leave it there. Thanks to both of you for a wonderful conversation. Peter Bergen, General Hertling.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.